I'm going to be showing you how you can secure admission to the UK, Canada, and Europe before the September 2026 deadline closes, right? And you might be wondering, who is this person? Why should I listen to her, right? Okay, so I'm going to briefly introduce myself. My name is Favor Okoro, right? And I'm the marketing lead for Study Key. Study Key by Mundus Consult. Study Key is Nigeria's most trusted study abroad advisor. We have helped many students gain admissions to reputable universities across the UK, Canada, and Europe. And we did not just start today. Our parent company, Mundus Consult, has been in existence for over 5 years. We've helped people handle immigration issues to the US and other countries, right? So we've helped people get their green card, help them study abroad, help them, fix regular immigration problems that usually people would say, oh, it's impossible, don't worry, you just have to go back to your home country. But this is our specialty. We have done this, we have the experience, and so we now decided to go into helping people study or relocate abroad using the study route, right? So, with all our years of experience in the immigration world, we decided, why don't we help people who want to study abroad, who want to use the study route to relocate to other countries? If we can help people use other routes, we can definitely help them do study abroad. And for the time that we've been in existence, we've had so many success stories, and I'm also going to be sharing them with you in our community. So just make sure that you are paying attention, and also you are part of our community. If you're here and you are not in our community, make sure that you use the link in the description to join our community after now. Also, if you stay till the end, I have a special bonus for you, a free service that usually other people will charge you up to $200 for. I'm going to give it to you for free if and only if you stay till the end of this session, and that's for only those who stay till the end of this session. So what are you going to gain in the next few minutes? I'll show you how to choose the right country, how to secure your admission faster, how to avoid costly mistakes, and how to increase your visa approval chances. Are we together? If we're together, just say we are together. Just say we are together in the comments section. Okay, great. Who are we? Like I said earlier, Study Key, we help students secure admission and visa support for international study opportunities. And if you look closely at the picture here, you see some of the team members, some of the people who you're going to be interacting with in Study Key. They are here in this picture, right? Our CEO is here. Some of our expert study abroad advisors are also in this picture, but you get to know them as we proceed. So here are some destinations that we actually help you get admission to and help you relocate to: the UK, Canada, Europe, USA, Ireland, Cyprus. Now, think of countries in the Europe. We can help you from end to end. What does end to end mean? It means that we don't leave you halfway. After you get your admission and you have issues with, paying your fees. Somebody reached out to me recently and he was like, oh, he was working with an agent. He has gotten the admission and then the agent left him. He doesn't know how to pay his fees. He's in Ghana. And that is the problem. Most people just leave you halfway, right? They don't tell you what to do next. And then you're stuck because you don't know how to proceed. But that's not the case with Study Key. We help you from end to end. So from the moment you're applying for your admission to when you get your admission, paying for your fees, everything, right? We're going to help you ensure that the process is smooth, even after you have gotten your visa, to the relocation point, to helping you source for accommodation. We would help you end to end, and it's faster, and you're getting expert guidance. Everybody you're seeing in this image right now is something called British Council certified. And what is that? That's an exclusive certification that is given to people who have been trained on how to help people secure admission or study in the UK and Europe. So if you're working with somebody, one of the things you should ask them is to say, show me your British Council certificate. If they cannot show you that, then you are at a huge risk working with that person. Okay. So why do you need to pay attention to everything we're saying here? Because a little mistake can cost you a whole year, right? You would see your mates graduating and you're like, oh God, I would have followed these guys if not that I made this mistake. So if you apply too late, problem. If you take a route or you make a mistake in your application, it could make you lose your chances of getting your visa approved will be reduced very greatly. If you choose the wrong schools, you would have tons and tons of regret. If you make a weak application, you would lose out. I was talking to one of the advisors today and she said somebody reached out to her. The person applied by herself to a school and she was rejected, and she was wondering why she was rejected. When the advisor looked at the application and the things that she wrote, she immediately knew why she was rejected. This is why you need somebody to help you, because you might think you know it all. It's not just to go to the website, I can do it myself. There are tiny details that these schools are looking out for, that if you miss these things, you would actually be rejected. As much as these schools want you to apply, they want students, the truth is that they value quality over quantity. They rather have 5 quality students that will give them good reputation than pack 20 students that will come there and waste their time. Now that the UK has even introduced this their traffic system of grading universities, green, red, yellow, universities are now being careful so that they don't pack, in quotes, olodo students into their universities, right? So their application systems are now very, very tight. You have to prove to them that you are worth coming to the UK or coming to Canada to study at their university. And you may not know the metrics if you don't work closely to or closely with these universities. I hope we're following. Can you still hear me? So let me show you 5 common mistakes that applicants make. If you can hear me, just let me know that you can still hear me. And if at any point you probably stop seeing my screen or you cannot hear me, just let me know in the comments so that I can fix whatever the problem is. So make sure you avoid these costly mistakes in your 2026 application, especially if you have not applied before, because once you have one rejection, you could actually be blacklisted. So you have to be very, very careful. One, waiting too long to start your application process. This last minute something or Nigerian time or African time, it doesn't work with these schools, with these countries. You cannot wait. You cannot know the way our habit of there's an event on the invitation card, they says 2 p.m., but by 3 p.m. you are still sleeping. That is how most of us carry that habit or that behavior, even to important things like applying for your future. You still wait till the last minute. You still want to procrastinate. You still want to do African time. It does not work. If a UK university tells you application closes in June, application will close in June. No matter what you have to say, no matter how you beg or plead, the application has closed. And there are so many universities that their application is in July, and tomorrow is July, and their deadline is in July. So you cannot be waiting, keep waiting. And let me tell you something, by next year, because for some people they are saying next year I can always apply. By next year, things are going to get very much stricter. We're going to talk about this in our community. So make sure you are in our community. There are new rules and regulations that are being released small, 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 small. So if you procrastinate till next year, things might become more difficult for you to apply and relocate. So why wait till next year when you can actually start now? Now, second mistake that applicants make is you are applying without proper guidance. Nobody is guiding you. Nobody is supporting you. It's just like you writing a book and you don't have anybody editing your book. You write the book, there is no editor, there is nobody proofreading the book. You just go and publish that book. No matter how excellent a writer you are, there will be errors, either grammatical errors or sentence errors. Something will be there, no matter how small it is. That is why every good book must pass through the stage called editing. There is always a book editor that will edit your book. This is the same thing with when you are applying for admission, your visa, your CAS, all of those applications. You need somebody that will help you go through it. You need a second pair of eyes. You need somebody that will guide you. You need somebody to help you check if your application is correct. You need somebody that will even apply on your behalf. It does not mean that you are lazy or you don't know anything. No, it just means that you are optimizing for quality. Do you understand? Number three, choosing schools based on hype. I remember chatting with somebody and he said he wants to go to, I think it was, I can't remember the name of the school that he called. And I asked him, why did you choose this school? Guess what he said? He said his friend is in that school. His friend is not even a close friend though, that I say, okay, you want to go and reunite with your friend. It's somebody on social media that he saw, right? And then they started chatting on social media. So because the guy is always posting pictures at the school looks fine. That's how he said he wants to go to that school. You have not checked your profile, and that person's profile are not the same. Your background is not the same. What you studied and what that person studied is not the same. Your budget and that person's budget, not the same. So you cannot say you want to just go to the same school because somebody on social media is going there, or because that school has 200k followers on Instagram, they post nice videos. That's not the thing that you should be looking out for. There are some people in schools right now that they are regretting. If you think I'm joking, go on any social media and type this school regrets. You see people say, I wish I did not come to this school. I wish I did not go to, I wish I did not apply to this school, because they were not properly guided. There are schools that do not have very good reputation. There are schools that if you go there, things might be a bit tough for you because of your profile. There are schools that also do not accept people with your qualification. Let's say you have a HND, you have maybe a third class or a second class lower, and you're applying to schools that strictly say first class only, or first class and 2-1. After you have finished the whole process of applying, sometimes you even make payments, you now realize that you have been rejected. Do you understand? So why waste your time? Why spend your money when you can actually get the right guidance? Number four, when you ignore visa requirements until it's too late. Some people is last minute, they start working on their proof of funds. Last minute, they start getting their documents ready. Last minute, they start looking for passports. Some people don't even have their passports yet, but I'll come for you guys later. You tell me why you don't have your passport in 2026. And the last mistake most people make is poor financial preparation and planning. Finances is one very important thing you should look out for when you want to study abroad, when you want to relocate. Check your finances, understand the budget, understand how much you need. Start planning how you're going to raise the money. If you're going to get the loan, how are you going to get the loan? If you're going to ask for help, how are you going to ask for help? Are we together? Okay. All right. So I need you to be dropping reactions in the comment. Just tap on the reaction so that I will know that we are still together. Okay. So what are some top countries for 2026 applicants? Now at this time, this is July already. Some of the hottest study abroad destinations for you and why you should consider them. I will explain one after the other. One, United Kingdom. Now, United Kingdom, some of the benefits of studying or applying to the United Kingdom is fast admission. You are more likely to get post-study work visa. That's after studying, you can get visa to work in the UK. And also, the entry options are very, very flexible. For Canada, some of the advantages include high quality education and also long-term migration benefits. It's such an interesting and enlightening experience to live in Canada long term. Europe, you know that Europe is an entire continent. There are many countries in the Europe. We have Cyprus, we have Ireland, we have Germany, we have France. So we can help you, apply to any of these countries. We have universities in most of the countries in Europe. And one advantage here is affordable tuition. If you're on a very tight budget, you have no business saying, oh, it's Canada I want to go. It must be Canada. It must be Canada. If you don't have Canada's budget, why not go to Cyprus? There are many people who from Cyprus have moved to other countries. There are many people who have still achieved their goals in this country. So you get affordable tuition, you get discounts, right? And you have so many opportunities if you are applying to the Europe. So why should you actually act now? Because 2026 deadlines are actually closing very fast. So the earlier you apply, the better your chances. This is why you should actually take your application very seriously. Now you're probably wondering, how do I know which country to go or which country to study in, right? How do I know the best destination for me? Now, I need to correct the mindset. First of all, there is no best country in quotes. There is no country that is the best in the world, right? But there is the best fit for you based on your budget, based on your career goals, based on the visa requirements and what you have, and based on long-term opportunities. These are things that you can research on by yourself and find out. But of course, You may not have to do it yourself. You can just come to us. When you come to us, we just ask you a few questions about yourself, and we will tell you the country that is the best fit for you. We ask you about your budget, your goals, the visa requirements. You may not even know the visa requirements for each country until you have gone far into the application, and then they ask for a certain thing and you now realize you don't have it. What do you do at this point? Right? So this is why you should actually start with the help that you need at the beginning stage. So what does your study abroad journey look like from beginning to end? Step one, you get consultation. Very, very important. Don't think that it's not necessary. Once you get consultation, you literally have solved 50% of the problems or the challenges that you have with your study abroad journey. Most people, when they come around or they come to us and they ask us questions, we see that the biggest problem is that they've not had the chance to speak to an expert, because most of the questions you're asking are things that an expert would have shown you or given you answers to. Two, after you've gotten consultation, you choose a school and a destination. That's a school in a country, right? So let's say you choose University of Sunderland in the UK. You have chosen your school. The next thing is to apply. You do what? You apply. Then once your application is approved, you get a congratulations mail. Everybody looks forward to that email. You've gotten either a conditional or an unconditional offer from so 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 university. The next thing is you now need to make your deposit so that you can secure your admission or you can accept your offer, right? So it's an offer. It's not like compulsory. It's an offer. You have the choice to accept it or decline it. So how do you accept this offer? You make your deposit. Just like in our Nigerian universities, in your year one, you paid something called acceptance fee, right? You paid acceptance fee in your undergraduate level. This is the same form of acceptance fee. You're making your deposit to tell them that you have accepted the offer. And there's usually a very limited time frame. They don't want you thinking about it for so long. So usually they give about a few weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks for you to accept your offer. Sometimes not even up to 3 weeks, right? So you have a very limited time frame for you to accept your offer. Afterwards, it will be lifted or it will be taken back. So if you want to come back to the school, you have to make a fresh application from scratch. So if you are here and you've gotten your offer and you've not accepted it, check well, oh, you might lose that admission. You might lose the admission. So um slots are very limited, especially this period. This period is what they call dying minutes. Like, people are trying to get their way in. So there is no time to beg you to accept your offer. If you don't want, and the next person will take it. So do not waste any more time. Step 5, you start applying for your visa, start processing your visa. Once your visa is approved, you start to travel and arrive at the country and begin your new life in a beautiful new location, right? So you can see that these steps are very easy for you to take. Now, what are some documents you need to start? The basic documents that you need. You need your passport. Your passport. If you are here and you don't have passport, I'm judging you. Yes, I'm judging you, because why? So all you need to do is to go to immigration office near you. There's an immigration office in the 36 states of Nigeria. So go there, request, fill the form, make the payment, and you would get your passport done. If you need help with this, you can send us a message. We'll guide you on how you can start applying to get your passport. Another important document you need is your CV and your SOP, statement of purpose or personal statement. What is this? It's simply a summary of who you are, what you have done, your goals. That's all. It's just a written document that explains, that just presents you. Some people don't know that there's something called an academic CV. So it's not only when you're applying for a job that you have a CV. There's also CV for academics, right? This is the document that sells yourself to the school, because the school wants to know whether you qualify to be a student of their university. This is not like, no shades, but this is not like Nigerian university that don't even care. Cutoff mark is 150 over 400. Just come. As far as you have money, just come. No, it's not like that. They want to know that you qualify to study at the university. You can actually study and stay true to the end. They don't want people dropping out, right? So they want to check and be sure that you're a person of integrity, you have character, you have experience, you know what you're doing with your life. So you may not know how to compose these things because you don't know what they are looking out for. You might use ChatGPT and that would be the biggest mistake of your life. So please, if you don't know how to do this, please come and ask questions, okay? Then we Another document is academic transcripts and degree. Now, this is for those who are going for your master's, your PhD. You will need to get a transcript from the university where you did your undergraduate studies, right? Where you got your BSc, you get your transcript and your degree, your statement of results or your original certificate from the school, the one that contains your what you studied, your name, and the grades that you graduated with. Then, lastly, you need reference letters and English requirements. We'll talk about English requirements in the next slide, but reference letters from approved people need to, endorse your statement. Those things that you said in your personal statement, we need people who would say, yes, she's not lying, he's not lying. It's actually true. I've worked with her, I've taught her, I've lived with her. She actually is a person of integrity. Okay, so do you need IELTS? Do you need this? This is an exam that people mostly in non-English speaking countries will take to prove that you can actually speak and understand English before you go and study in um any of these countries where English is the main language, right? I know some of us, when we speak wrong English and somebody corrects us, we say, English is not my mother tongue. Oh. English is not my mother tongue. Oh. Don't correct me. Oh. I'm trying my best. Well, if you want to study abroad, English has to become your mother tongue. You need to learn how to speak English very well. And that's why they require you to take some of these tests to prove that you can actually speak English. But here's the good news. It's not all schools that will ask you for this. It's not all schools that will ask you for this. And also, some students, even if your school asks for it, there are some students too that can get admission without IELTS. So you can get admission with it if you can prove that you have a solid English background. Right? If you can prove that you have a solid English background. And if you want to know whether you're supposed to take the test or you're not supposed to take the test, you can send us a message and we'll help you check your eligibility. Some other alternatives that schools accept these days is WAEC English results, your NECO English results. If you passed it, you got an A, A1, B2, all of that. Medium of instruction letter, alternative English proficiency test like Duolingo, but not always, right? Many schools do not require it anymore. As long as you're from an English speaking country like Nigeria and you have English background, your first degree was taught in English and you can actually prove it, because it's not about saying, oh, my first degree was taught in English. Oh, I'm this, I'm that. What matters here is proof. Can you prove it? Anything you cannot prove is as good as just your word. So we need evidence of all of these things that you're claiming. So what does it cost? What does what does it cost averagely for you to apply? Now, I'll just give you a rough breakdown, right? Approximate range. And this contains both your tuition, your accommodation, your travel. You can budget something roughly around 8 to 12,000 pounds. You could spend less, you could spend more. For Canada, you could budget 15 to 30,000 Canadian dollars. Now, for Europe, it varies by country and school, but it's a lot cheaper than the other two countries. Now, here's the thing: you don't have to have this entire money at once in your pocket. I can assure you, many people, if you like, go and ask them. Many people who are abroad right now, when they started, they did not even have up to half of this, but they had a solid plan, right? So you just need to start. Most times, to just pay your deposit or to start, you need about 5,000, 6,000 pounds ready in your bank account, and then you can now start the process. As you go along the journey, you can raise funds to complete the rest of it, and you can also get access to some tuition discounts that will cushion the effect for you financially. So some of the things you might have to pay for is your visa fees, your accommodation, your flight, living expenses. These things we can give you a full breakdown if you send us a WhatsApp message. So here are some ways you can actually fund your education. See, if something is important to you, you will take it seriously. Some of you have saved up money to buy wig. Yes, I'm judging you. You have saved up money to buy wig, to buy car, to buy things that are not really going to benefit you as much as relocating to a first world country is going to do for you. So if you can save up money to buy a new car, if you can save money to buy iPhone 17 Pro Max, you can actually save money to fund your education. You can. This is something that will improve the quality of your life 101%. There is no cons. Some things have pros and cons. This one does not have cons. It's all pros. Ask people who have studied abroad and ask them if they have any regrets or any disadvantage. All of them will say, good experience. I am glad I took this decision, right? So you can fund your admission one through personal savings. your savings. You can save from your salary, save from your business, save from the money people have been dashing you. Yes, save up and say, oh, well, I have a goal. I am going to stay focused on this goal. Open an account with PiggyVest or Cowrywise. Start putting money for your, create a target there. Start putting money for your education. So that, you know why I call these two banks? So that even if you want to touch it, they will not allow you to touch that money. So no matter how the hunger is doing you, you know that you have a goal that is bigger than hunger. Do you understand? So you can use your personal savings to do this. You can also get sponsorship from your family. You can get sponsorship from parents, your guardians, your relatives. You can get sponsorship. But you also need to be careful when it comes to your proof of funds, right? Because you may not be able to just say, oh, my uncle's sister is sponsoring me. No. So there are ways to navigate this, and we can actually explain to you when you send us a DM. You can get partial scholarships to help you. So there are many discounts, many schools, like there are some schools that are giving up to £5,000 off, £10,000 off, £8,000 off, £3,000 off. There are many, but you will not know because they don't post these things on their social media. They don't post it on their website. It's exclusive to their partners. And we are partners with this university. So we are the ones that get to know about this. When they finally post it, is when it has expired. They will not post it, and the people now start saying, can we still get, oh, sorry, that's closed, that's closed. So it's not be like they not give discounts. So we are the ones who hear about these things first. So you would need to learn. And some people have gone ahead to pay the full school fees before finding out that there is a discount. So sometimes the discount is based on the country you're coming from. Sometimes they give Nigerian students £5,000 discount, Ghanaian students £6,000 discount. Sometimes it's based on your degree. First class graduates will get £10,000 off. Do you understand? So you can ask us in our DMs and we'll tell you the available discounts and partial scholarships that are available. But most times they are only available for those who apply early. If you are coming late, there's no discount for you. So please hurry up so that you don't miss it. Next thing is loans. So there are student loans that can actually help you spread the cost of your international education. So you can get access to some of these loans and it will help you cushion the effects of your international application. So what is the timeline? Very important. Now, July, this is the best application period. After this month, from August to September, many deadlines are going to close. Late application, you stand a higher risk of, maybe not getting accepted or spending more because by that time you've missed out on discounts that were time limited. So the best thing to do right now is to act now. Act now. Act now. So why work with Study Key? Of course, I've been saying it since we started. So many reasons. We help you through the entire process, from selecting your schools to your application processing to writing your statement of purpose or your CV, your personal statement, all of that. We could help you write that. We also help you with applying, checking on your application, even hastening the process. I remember somebody texted us on Instagram. I was saying he has applied since 2 months. They've not gotten back to him. That can never be the case when you're working with us because we have access to these universities, their representatives. We're always texting them, what's up? How's the admission? But you don't have these contact details. The last time we brought the university rep, the whole of Africa, the university rep of University of Portsmouth to our YouTube channel to come and talk to us live. You don't have our contact. Yes, so we are bragging. You don't have our contact. So if you are applying to University of Portsmouth now and you have issues, who do you reach out to? To the email that nobody will reply you. So you have to know that there's something called I don't know whether to call it the Nigerian slang of connection. Who you know. These are things that will help you to get things done faster. Why would you apply for 2 months, no response? That's not fair. So if you need help with hastening your admission process, we can actually help you. Your visa, helping you apply for your visa, we can also help with that. And pre-departure support, we can help with that. So our results definitely speak. We have helped people secure admissions, access discounts, process their visas, and relocate confidently. So if you're ready and you're looking to go with this 2026 intake, you're looking for affordable opportunities, and you're ready to take action now, you have a reasonable budget, ready, right? Please, you should have a reasonable budget. If you are ready, please send a message, a WhatsApp message to this number that I'm going to be calling out. I have pinned it in the chat. Yep, I've pinned it in the chat. Or you can click on the description. You can click on the description of this video. Click on the description. the video, there's a link there. Just click on that link. It will take you straight to our WhatsApp so that you can book your consultation. We have very limited slots. So if you're ready, Send Study Abroad will help you book a consultation so that you can actually begin immediately.